Hello folks, Double Tap here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are brewing a Wilko apple cider. Let me give you a little look around this tin. There we go. So let's have a look. Brewed at home, apple cider, 40-point brewing kit, a distinctive medium dry traditional country cider of exceptional quality, strength and flavour. Contains all main ingredients, just add sugar and water, simple and easy to follow instructions, ABV 5%. We've got some allergy advice, best before April 2020, and there's the instructions here. 40 pints, just add sugar and water, ready in 21 days. ABV is 5% if you follow the instructions. Now I did go to Wilko the other day because I've been having a look on their website. They've made, or they've introduced, a whole new home brewing section. I think there was about roughly 6 new kits, something like that. When I went there, they didn't have none on the shelf. It's on the website, they weren't at my local one. But I think I might give some of them a try because they do look proper nice. So let's have a look what we've got in here. Let's see if I can get it open. Right, we've got some Wilko 40-pint kit instructions and they're always the same. So we've got some premium cider yeast, which is nice to see in here. So, okay, let's have a quick look through what we're going to need to make this. We've obviously got our fermenter here. On here, I've got a temperature gauge. Let me turn it so you can see it. We've got our temperature gauge and we've obviously got a little guide here, so 25 litres, etc. We're going to need an airlock, and we've got our airlock bung in here. You might see a bit of steam coming out of here because it calls for, I think, 2.5 litres of hot water, boiling hot water. I've already put a certain amount in. I've always got bottled up Star San, but all this has been sanitised. I've got my little turkey baster, nice stirring spoon, our hydrometer and trial jar, obviously our kit. Can opener and some sugar. I've stopped using brewing sugar. Don't think I'll be using it in the future. I've been using just normal granulated sugar. I get this from a local supermarket. A kilo costs me, I think it's 47p. It's so much cheaper than buying brewing sugar, and I've noticed absolutely no difference in the taste or anything like that that brewing sugar gives me. It's exactly the same in my opinion. Right then, let's get this open. I think what I might do is, first I'll open the tin so you can actually see what I'm doing. And all we're going to have is a malt extract here. Okay, there we go. That smells absolutely beautiful. I do love the smell of the malt. What I'll do is I'll move the camera, I'll put it over the fermenter so you can see a little better, and we'll add the ingredients. Right then, here we are. As you can see, a bit of water in there, so it says 3.5 litres. I've put in there 2.5 because the kit should hold about 1 litre of water, so I'm going to fill it up with the hot water out of the kettle. I just want to get as much of this malt out as I can. Right, so that will bring it up to the 3.5 litres, so give me a second. Just going to fill this can up with boiling hot water out of the kettle. There we go. That's that lot. Just going to give the can a nice loving stir. Okay, let's leave that for a bit. Right, this malt, because it's a cider malt, it is quite thin, so it's going to be a lot easier to dissolve this into the hot water that we've already added. So that is almost all in there already. Quite dark in colour. I'd say it's a bit lighter than a chocolate brown, I think. So that is all dissolved, folks. Let me give our can another stir. Right. Now, what I did forget to do is grab a towel, because these tins are always red hot. So in that lot pops, and we've got a proper clean tin now. So let's pop that there. Let's give this another loving stir, because we want all that malt out of that tin. Waste not, want no. Right, that has brought that mix up to the 3.5 litres, which is roughly 6 pints. Okay, right, we now need 3.3 pound, which is 1.5 kilograms of sugar. So let's get all that ready, and we'll open the new bag up. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Okay, that's all of that lot. Let's get this all mixed in. You can always tell when the sugar's dissolved, because you don't get that grainy, granular feel on whatever you're mixing it with, whether it's a spoon or one of these with all the holes in. Which, to be honest, I prefer this type of spoon. I have got the flat, larger type spoon, but got to be honest, these are a lot better and they're easier. Right. I think we're all done here. Feels like it. Yeah, okay then. Right. I'm going to move my camera and we're going to get some water into our fermenter, I think. Right then, as you can see, this is now full of nice cold water. I've put it just above the 20.5 litres. I like my brews around the 20 litre mark, because I think it gives it a bit more flavour if you do it a bit less than the 23 litres. Also, it'll give the ABV that little bit of a boost because there's less water going in. Also, once it's fermented, I reckon it'll come down from the 20.5 to 20 litres, and that's where I roughly want to be with it. I've given it a fantastic stir. Let me show you what we ended up with. Here we go. So as you can see, it's got a proper big head on it. So we've whacked in loads of CO2 by stirring it in, and that is looking pretty good in all fairness. Right then, let's pull this back a little touch. Here we go. Right then, hydrometer reading. Right, I've got my star sand because this stuff was done a couple of days ago, but you don't really, I don't think you need to star sand these, because let me show you what. I just did that as an example, spraying that. What you should be spraying, well, what you should be sanitise, you should sanitise and clean everything, but just as a second measure, this is going in out there. So this is what you should be sanitising. So fill this baby up. Now, this won't go back into our fermenter anyway, this liquid. We'll keep this out. Okay, and it is a nice straw colour, that is. It's quite a light colour. Hope the camera's picking that up. Don't think we'll get the hydrometer reading because, as you can see, we've got quite a bit of foam in here. So I'll just stick that to one side. I'll either add it to the video or I'll wait until we bottle in it and then I'll give you the overall ABV. Either way, you'll find out what's in it. Let's have this out of the way. Right then, so add cold water, bring it up to 40 points. If you have a hydrometer, check it. Stir in or stir, then sprinkle the yeast. Okay, don't know how that works, but the temperature that we pitch the yeast should be between 20 and 28 degrees Celsius. We are currently on 22 to 24, so 23, I reckon that is perfect for pitching the yeast. But it does say when you cover it and leave it to ferment, it should be between 18 and 21 degrees. Okay, fermentation usually takes 4 to 6 days. Check the gravity, siphon it and bottle it up or pressure barrel it, whatever you fancy. Right then, let's pitch our yeast. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to rip this. No. It's got none of them little perforations. So, let's get the scissors on the go. Okay. Here we go. Right. I'm just sprinkling this on all that foam, and as soon as you do, the foam starts dissolving. Because it's obviously the yeast starts eating away at it. Let's get all that lot in there. Okay, we are done. Let me give you, oh, hold on. I was going to say let me give you a little look at what this looks like. Hold on, I want all the yeast off here first. That's it. And straight away you can hear it all dissolving. Here we go. So let me move that because I can't see the damn thing. That's all the yeast in there. Sorry about the the shadow of that. It's looking pretty good. Right then, let me pause that and I'll be right back. Right then, everything's done. We've pitched our yeast. It's looking good. What I like to do is I like to keep the bung for the airlock in line with the temperature as well as how much we've got in here. So let's seal all this. That's looking pretty good. And where's our star san? So I only star san that bit there because that's the one that's actually going into the airlock. And then stick a little bit inside it. I think that should do us. Yeah, pretty good. Right, let's seal this up. Okay then. Now, what I have done is I've brought some new filters for this. I ordered them online for when I'm siphoning it out, and if I can just show you a little close up, I've brought 2 of them because this is really fine wire mesh, and I thought that if the flow, it's alright, you can't see the things, can you? I'm talking away and you can't see the damn things. I thought that if the flow got a little bit bunged up because of the mesh getting a little bit dirty, grimy with the stuff in here, I could get to our backup and carry on siphoning it. So I just thought I'd give them a try. I do like the sediment trap. It's served me well for well over a year, but I think it's time to move on and try something else. So that is our Wilko cider, our apple cider, all finished. I'm going to leave it in the fermenter now for roughly a week. I'll take a couple of hydrometer readings over the course of a couple of days after that week, and if it stopped fermenting, the hydrometer reading will stay at the same that it is over the 2 days, and we'll be ready to filter it and bottle it up, folks. I think I'll leave it there. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you're not already on my Instagram, there's always a link for it in the comments, well, just above the comments section in the description. And leave all your comments while you're there anyway, because I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm Double Tap, and bye for now.